basically, I was 15 at the time, which I feel like is a good age for your first kiss, but it might be kind of late to some people. But if you didn't know, I was raised LDS or Mormon, so pretty strict, like Christian. So that definitely had something to do with that. We technically weren't allowed to date till we were 16. But there was this boy who, he was actually in my seminary class, which if you don't know what that is, it's a Mormon thing. It's basically where you take an hour out of your schedule at school, like a period, and you go to a church class. So it's a different building, and yeah, it's just like a little lesson or whatever. It's like another like Sunday school class basically, but every day. Anyway, so he went to my high school and he was in my seminary class, and with seminary it can be any of the grades, so it's all mixed up. It could be, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade students all in the same class, if that makes sense. So I was in 10th grade as a 15-year-old, and he was 17 as a junior. And this is where, like, I look bad, but I wasn't really into him. I wasn't really attracted to him at all, to be completely honest. He was, like, popular, and I wasn't. But, he was just, like, really into me for some reason. We were in the class together, did not sit next to each other, did not talk to each other at all, but he would, like, message me on Facebook. And so we just kind of started talking through there, and then he would ask to hang out. So, like I said, we weren't allowed to, like, date until we were 16, but you could do, like, hangouts, like group hangouts, right? No, like one-on-one hanging out. So it would be me and my best friend, and then him and his best friend, and then sometimes one of my other friends would come as well. So it'd be like either 2 girls, 2 guys, or 3 girls and 2 guys. And we would always just go over to his house and go in his basement and, like, watch movies. And now that I'm, like, remembering, I'm like, I couldn't even drive, so we'd have to pick us up and then drive back to his house, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so we would, like, just go in his basement and sit on the couch, and it's just so weird because, like, everybody knew that he liked me, right? And so we would, like, cuddle. But everybody else there, like, they weren't into each other. Also, just kind of like, they're all just kind of like there on kind of like a date with us almost. It was just weird. like she wanted to hang out with them, and she's like, why don't you like him? She like didn't get it, but I didn't think he was cute, and I didn't like his personality. This sounds so bad. I'm so sorry if you're watching this. The guy who was my first kiss, highly doubt it. I'm sorry, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I think he probably turned out to be a better person, but he was like, they were very like douchey, you know what I mean? And like, they were 17, but like, they were just like so immature, you know, and like, just like not great people. And I was just like, I was so not into it, and like, so I wasn't even myself around him. I didn't even like open up to him. We didn't like laugh together or anything like that. So he really liked me, but he clearly just like thought I was cute, because I'm like, we don't even like talk like that, we don't have fun like that, you don't know me like that, you clearly just like the way I look. That's the only reason you could like me. So whatever, don't feel too bad for him, I guess. But so I think I want to say, you know, the whole thing is kind of hasty, but I want to say like him and my best friend probably kind of talked about it, and he might have like been like, does she want me to kiss her? Is she okay with me kissing her? Blah blah blah. And she kind of gave her the green light. And so I don't know, but all I remember is I think like we kind of knew it was gonna happen the night that it happened, and it was actually me and another friend that like didn't usually come with us to hang out with them. For some reason she came, and I want to say it might have just been us three, or it was us plus his friend that was always there. And I want to say like I told her to go in the bathroom or something like that, and she just like went in the bathroom for like a few minutes, and we were just sitting on his couch, and then he kissed me. And I don't really remember, it was like a peck, but it might have been like, I think it was like a few little pecks, you know what I mean? And that's basically it. And then she came out, and we continued hanging out. Then, you know, as most people would assume, once you kiss, you're like, okay, like she likes me, like we're doing this. So you wanted to keep hanging out, and like he thought like, oh, like we kiss now, like, you know, we like each other, like I'll kiss you when I pick you up, I'll kiss you while we're hanging out, and like, will I drop you off? No. I was like, oh no, like that's not what this is. Like, I just wanted to get that out of the way. And so basically at that point I was like, we can't hang out anymore. I'm like, I can't do it because I don't like him, and he thinks that this is like a thing, and I don't want to do it. Like I don't feel that way, and I'm not into it. So I was like, yeah, we can't hang out anymore. I didn't say that to him. I was like telling my friends, and they're just like I said, they're like, they didn't understand why I didn't like him, but I'm like, yo, I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, I had to like cut it off with him, and it's sad because it was like probably a few weeks before Valentine's Day, and I guess he had like already gotten me gifts and stuff. So it's really sad, I guess. Like I hurt him, and like apparently like his friends, like a lot of random people, like knew that he liked me, and like knew we were a thing. And like I like had this guy friend, he was like only a friend, he liked me, I didn't like him, he was younger than me, and we like saw a movie together. Like some random girl who I don't even know happened to like spot us at the movie, and she like told this guy, I don't want to say his name, the guy who was my first kiss, like, I saw her out with a guy, and I'm like, who are you? later, like 6 months later, in the summertime, he came on to me, and I was like, finally. We dated for like a month. We dated, and then I had my first make-out session with him. If y'all want a story time on that. And there's like a lot of lore with me and this guy. Messy, and he's a terrible person, like horrible. And that goes, okay, I won't spill all the tea yet. If you guys want to hear more about all of that, I will tell you. Like I said, just please don't judge me too much. But yeah, that was my first kiss. Nothing magical or special, kind of just, you know, I don't know. And then I actually didn't kiss anybody until his friend. Like, I want to say that was in like January that I kissed him, and then that summer for me between sophomore and junior year, I started like dating his friend, and then I think that was the next guy I kissed. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But I hope you guys found the story somewhat entertaining or relaxing listening to this little whisper ramble story time, whatever. And let me know if you want to hear more story times from my life, from my past, and you know, what kind of stories you want to hear. I feel like I have quite a few, but you know, anyway, I will see you guys in my next video.